clarification first.
Yes, magandang hapon po sa lahat. Gusto ko po, masasabi natin na naunang bumandog po yung bayan po ng Luzon because of Butanding. And another town from second district, yung erosion po nabandog din po siya. Bilang isang bayan, wala po siyang dagat at siya lang po yung mayroong yung mainit na tubig. Sabi nga, nandun na lahat sa erosion niya, may malamig, may masakro, may ganun po sa erosion. Unahin ko po dito sa Luzon. Sa Luzon po, kay Mayor ko kaya sa kanyang tourism officer, bantog na po yung Luzon, ilang taon na po nakalipas. Kumusta po ang Luzon in terms of yung pagdating po ng mga turista sa kanila? Kano rin po ba kataas yung increase ng inyo pong mga turista? Ganun din po sa Erosin after doon, halos similar din po. Kasi sila po yung mga unang-unang nabantog po ng munisipyo with regards po sa tourist destination provision.
Thank you. Anyway, 1998 unang na-discover yung Donsol. Noong 2012, kami ay may pinaka-highest na tourist arrival na almost 27,000 na tourist, local at international. Last year, 2025, nagkaroon tayo ng 6,400 tourist arrival. Yung mga foreign, majority niyan, foreign tourists from November to March. Yan yung pinakamalaking influx ng tourists, lalo na yung mga foreigners. Diyan sila pupunta sa Donsol from November, December, January, February, till March. Kasi yung problema, after ng season ng Butanding, lean months na, wala ng tourists. Katulad nga kanina ng sinabi ni Kombuo, yung bayan niya, katulad na rin ng bayan namin, pag walang turista, pag lean months na, bilang mo lang yung sasakyan, bilang mo lang yung tao na naglalakad. Hindi katulad na pag Butanding season, marami talagang turista, foreigner, mag-local man nandyan. Kaya nga kami sa local government, nag-allocate kami ng pondo this year 2026 para dagdagan yung tourist destination. Kasi hindi lang 4 months lang or almost 4 months or 5 months lang yung season ng Butanding. Hindi kaya namin na maging sustainable yung tourism namin na whole year round. Pwede naman katulad sa Kamalig, makikita naman yung Kitwinan Hills, makikita na rin naman sa Donsol. Kaya nagpagawa kami na view deck na kung ano makikita sa Kamalig, sa katabi namin bayan, makikita rin nila sa Donsol. Nagpagawa, siguro mga this coming months, magla-launch kami ng kayaking sa Donsol River. Gumawa rin kami ng nag-allocate rin kami ng pondo para magpagawa ng katamaan yung river cruise. Para pag may mga tourist, pwede dun sila kumain habang nagkukus sa Donsol River. And then, halos marami pa kasi yung provincial government tinulungan kami para i-redevelop yung Donsol. Nagpalagay sila ng mga solar lights para makita lalo paggabi. And then kami naman nag-counterpart naman kami ng 40 million para man sa development. Hindi lang yung province, tinulungan din namin yung province para ma-develop kasi gusto talaga namin sustainable yung tourism. Hindi lang 5 months, kundi full year round na mabisita yung Donsol. Anyway, baka may dalagpag pa yung tourism officer ko.
Right now po kasi, ang LGU gumagawa ng site assessment. Katulad ng meron po kasi ng mga falls na pwede namin i-offer sa turista. Kasama sa budget namin, sinabi kanina ni Mayor, is yung catamaran boat na ang intention, hopefully available ito next year. Kasi ang budget nito is this year. Meron kami catamaran boats na inallocate para sa river cruise along Donsol River. Kung known ang Donsol for Butanding, I think ang isa sa pwede namin sabihin na unlike other tourist destination, masyadong laid back pa rin ang Donsol. So yung talagang gustong magbakasyon, hindi ganun ka-crowded ang Donsol para bisitahin. Siguro sa mga susunod, dahil noon ang Donsol for whale shot interaction and firefly watching, hopefully this coming year, makapag-offer kami ng additional tourist activities and destinations sa Donsol.
Alright, thank you so much, ma'am. Satisfied po ba ang tanong? Alright, I'd just like to confirm that. So next question po, please. Sa Ilusin, okay, ma'am, si Honorable Mayor Ma'am Grace Amor.
Good afternoon. Sa Ilusin naman, alam naman natin na kaldera ang Ilusin, the only na walang dagat. Pero sagana sa hot and cold spring. Ngayon naman, nang dumarayo sa amin noong year 2024, 203,628 yung turista na pumunta sa amin. Halo na yun ha, foreign and local. Pagdating naman ng year 2025, yung mga hindi nag-overnight, meron kami 353,907 na tourists na pumunta doon. Yung overnight naman, meron naman kaming 97,697. So, ibig sabihin, dinarayo na talaga po si Ilusin. Alam naman natin na ang hot spring ni Ilusin, nakakatulong lalo na sa may mga sakit, dinarayo talaga siya. Problema lang namin ngayon, magiging honest ako sa inyo, yung kalsada, papuntang Mumbon. So, wag kayong mag-alala, antayin natin si DP. Kung alam naman natin na meron ng budget, kung masasagot na yan ni Kong, meron na. So, alam ko kahapon, pumunta kayo sa Sambinon, pangit talaga yung kalsada, pasensya na. 8 months pa lang ako nanunungkulan sa Ilusin. So hopefully next year, maganda na siya. Promise ko yan.
Thank you so much, Mayor Grace Amor ng Municipality of Ilusin. Ayan. So may mga karagdagang information. So next, sino po ang magtatanong na susunod? Ayan. Please state your name and your media affiliation.
Joel Esther po from Brigada Sorsogon. So, kanina nabanggit ni Sir Bobby Licantoni po na kaya accommodate ng Sorsogon ang maraming turista. And sabi ni Sir na marami din ang mga nandito na sa lahat sa Sorsogon. Ang tanong po, last time, itong nakalipas na taon and buwan, may mga nagtatanang magkalunod sa bayan ng Lupad. So, ang tanong po, gaano po kahanda o ka-secure and safe ang ating mga turista na dumadayo po dito sa Sorsogon?
So ang tanong na ito ay kanino po po dinadirect, Mr.
Pwede rin po kay
Kay
Mayor
Mayor.
Mars.
Sa hindi nakakaalam, yung bayan ko kasi Gubat, we are lucky na may maganda kaming swimming beach. And at the same time, sa Buena Vista part ng beach na yun, yung surfing. So, ang problema sa surfing area, if you're not experienced in surfing, you should not be there. Kaso yung iba, may nangyari na sa amin na nalunod. Actually, meron ngayong taon, meron din last year. Pero all of the, gusto kong baka kasi nakakabahala, di ba, nalunod. Pero in fairness naman to our beach, yung intoxicated kasi, so we must really don't swim under the influence, diba? So kasi yung part ng surfing na yun, may riptide dun eh. So alam niyo naman yung riptide, diba? No matter how hard you try to swim back to the shore, you can never make it, diba? However good you are as a swimmer, you can never swim back to the shore unless you swim parallel to the shore. To escape the riptide. So, yung ginagawa ng aming local surfing community, the protocol there is yung magkaroon ng mga signs na in between red flags, you're not supposed to swim. And yung isang challenge na kinaharap ko as the mayor, malaki kasi yung informal sector ng ating tourism sa Gubat. So yung formal sector is quite small, at yung informal sector, bringing to say people who don't get mayor's permits. So yun ang aming challenge ngayon, na we want to try to bring them to the fold para monitor namin yung tourist arrivals, and at the same time, yung mga guests ay mapagsabihan na hindi kayo supposed to swim while nakainom. So, kaya po ang ginagawa namin yun, nagtanong kanina yun, what are we doing sa development? Kinalantay na po namin na yung foreshore po, we take control. Kasi for the longest time sa Gubat, the private sector was too vibrant. They overtook the plans of the municipal government. So now we are trying to bring up municipal government. Yung mga portion po, inaayos namin. Nabalitaan niya po ninyo last year, may mga tinanggal kaming mga establishments. Tapos we are trying to control yung propagate ng informal sector. So, safe na, gusto ko pong safe po yung aming beach. Diba? Pero no matter how safe the beach, kailangan po talaga namin siguro yung pagkukulang namin na mas mabigyan pa ng information yung mga tao how to safely navigate the beach and the surfing. So, yun po.
Alright, thank you so much. May idadagdag din po ang ating provincial tourism officer, Mr. Bobby.
I thank you very much, Ma'am Val. This is just another information with regards to the redevelopment of Gubat. Actually po, there's a project between the provincial government of Sorsogon and the municipality of Gubat in partnership also with the support of the 2nd Congressional District, Congo Cortez. Now, as you can see, along the shoreline of Gubat, from Buena Vista to Rizal, meron po tayo doon solar light. And this is part of the safety and security preparation of the site. Now, in conformance with the Memorandum Circular of the Philippine Coast Guard 03-14, actually po mandating all the resorts and then the LGU offering, for example, beach park and then resort with swimming pool. By the way po, the provincial government of Sorsogon, we have a scheduled training program to all pwedeng mag-enroll dito sa partnership with PCG and those interested na magkaroon ng certified lifeguards. So ngayon po, ito ang challenge on the part of LGU to inspect talaga all the property offering a resort na merong swimming pool or may beach na talagang bago mag-issue ng kanilang mayor's permit, they have to comply with all the requirement. And that way, siguro ko po, to give a reassurance or assurance with our visiting tourists na totally it's safe in the area. So, on the part of the provincial government, under the standard and regulation, under the supervision of DOT rin, capacitating our local to become a certified lifeguards. And hopefully, this is the second province na talagang magkakaroon ng certified. Based on the record of PCG, actually po ang meron pa lang is Boracay. Yun po yun. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bobby D. Gantone. May gusto pa po bang sumagot sa ating hanay ng ating mamahal na mayor? Tourism officer? Alright. So I hope satisfied na rin po yung nagtanong. So next, question po.
Hello po, good afternoon po. Jaya Monokan po from Brigada News and from Sorsogon. Since isa rin po sa hinahanap ng tourist bukod sa magandang tanawin at pagkain, nasa mobile na tayo po. So, ang isa rin po sa hinahanap ng tourist ay internet connection. So, may mga hakbang pa upang mas mapalakas ang Wi-Fi or internet connection po. Lalo na po sa mga malalayong lugar, especially po pag pupunta po kami ng Puerto Diaz o kaya Barcelona, masyadong mahina po kahit may public Wi-Fi, mahina pa po.
Napakaganda po ng katanungan mo kasi yun yung hinahanap lalo ng mga nagtatrabaho habang bakasyon. May partnership po ang Department of Tourism at ang DICT ngayon. Hinalagyan po ng mga connection po ang mga tourist destination. So ilang-ilan na po ang nalagyan. Yung siguro bago niya, di ba, you were informed yung pwede isabit pa yung mga tourist destination na walang signal para mabigyan ng signal. Pero yung iba namang tourist kasi sinasadya para hindi masignal. So, yun lang, salamat po.
Yes, Mayor Cynthia Palmadelo Cortez.
May I add po, which part from Barcelona did you go? Walang Wi-Fi? Because for the longest time, since it was si Kong Wu pa po ang mayor, he had this free bufo. He started with free Wi-Fi sa ruins po. Also, yeah. Ngayon po, yan, yung ruins part, meron po kaming Starlink. We do Starlink. Not only in schools, but also dyan sa ruins part, also in the town hall, also in Agri-Hope, where si RDO has been to Agri-Hope. Oh, that's your po. Yes, thank you, RD. Yun, naka-Starlink po. So, in our own way, tinutulungan namin si DICT because we cannot depend on DICT. Napakalawak po ng buong Pilipinas. So, Starlink subscriber po si LGU Barcelona because these are LGU managed sites ang sinasabi ko. But with the 4 other resorts, I'm not very much aware sa connectivity nila. But in the LGU, even Vintage Bridge po, we have Starlink there device, may Starlink device po. In all the LGU managed tourist sites po. Thank you.
Alright, thank you so much. But before we continue, let us recognize the presence of our beloved City Mayor Maria Esther E. Hamor. Together with her is the municipality mayor ng Castilla, si Mayor Bong Mendoza. Okay. So going back to the business, sasagutin din po ang inyong katanungan ng ating Provincial Tourism Officer, Mr. Bobby Giganton.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Val. Additional information din. From time to time, I will give more updates as to what the efforts na ginagawa ng provincial government. In connection with that, internet connection, we understand that this is not only about the ICT. Merong public, merong private. And the telcos we're talking about is Smart and then PLDT or Globe for that matter. Now, there's actually a committee being created by the provincial government na this, I believe, an answer to all our concerns. Remember, this isn't a one-man show concern about our industry. And we believe this is a whole government approach. And now, concerning about that internet, may commitment sa amin, ang DICT, and hopefully with that memorandum of understanding to expedite. Kasi talaga po yun ang challenge namin. For example, ang market namin is no man. Siyempre ito po, working in a site na talagang conveniently relaxing, also doing whatever business. And now, ang feedback sa amin o review, maganda ang site, but challenging, we have to move to other destination because of your internet connection. Actually, one area is Gubat, lalong-lalo na sa Lola Sayo. And now, challenging because walang stable. So hopefully, with the intervention, again, with the ICT and the DOT, and then doon sa mga identified site na na-identify, doon po namin i-strengthen yung aming focus, lalong-lalo na po, yun actually ang major concern nila of visiting Sorsogon. So we will give you an update as soon as, for example, we have this MOA and then whatever intervention of the ICT for that development, that they are also responsible in accountable. Okay? Thank you.
Alright, I hope na-satisfy ang ating Brigada News team, no? Okay, may sasagot pa from Tourism Officer. Okay.
So, good afternoon po. So, for 30 days po, we are still coordinating po with the ICT doon po sa Wi-Fi. But, since po kasi, ang yung invite namin for Puerto Diaz is slow down, explore, and reconnect with what matters most. So,
Sinasustain po sana namin yung
tourism destination namin, especially po doon sa Sabang, doon sa may mga groups. Kasi when you hear po kasi yung waves and then yung simoy ng hangin, parang we want you to just relax and really enjoy Preto Diaz kung ano po yung pinunta niyo doon. So kami po, pag-aaralan po namin together with our mayor and our Sangguniang Bayan kung ano po yung pinakamaganda pong gawin doon. Pero sa office po namin, yes, yung mga pumupunta po doon, nakiki-connect po sa Wi-Fi or okay naman po yung data namin doon. Kaya lang po, yun nga po, as we really strengthen our tourism destination, inaano po namin kasi kung sa Puerto Diaz po, we just really want everyone to really enjoy and unwind. So, yun po yung inaano namin na parang talk about like it's 1995, di ba? So, yun po yung ano namin sa Puerto Diaz. So, kaya po medyo pa po kami sa hindi namin talaga, we're not really aggressive on doing such things really kasi pinag-aaralan po namin siya. Especially po doon sa mga resorts kasi sayang naman po yung pagpunta kasi ang po ng mga turista namin, especially po sa Puerto Diaz, is magpahinga. So how can you really take a rest if yung mind mo is more on internet connections, more on so yun po, that's po for Puerto Diaz.
So sorry for that. Thank you so much. Iba ang approach ni Preto Diaz, no? Talagang naipunta din naman. So next, may sasagot pa ba sa hanay dito? Alright, please approach our facilitator on that side if you want to. So kung wala, next question po.
Good afternoon. I'm Richard from Lion TV. Kanina galing kami sa Puerto Diaz and nabigyan kami na parang info ni Mayor na about doon sa sustainability. So, question ko lang sa mga mayors at sa mga tourism officers, how are sustainability and community-based tourism being integrated into your strategies? So, kung may mga i-share mo.
Ganda na tanong ni Sir. So who will answer first? Siguro sa atin si Mami. Okay. Kung nag-ask doon. Meron doon. Actually, tourism officer can answer also, ha? Ayan, si Ma'am Weng ng Bulusan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Siguro ang Bulusan po, masasabi natin na Bulusan is everything. Nandiyan na po lahat ng mga tourism destinations na hinahanap ng halos mga turista. Like we have the Bulusan Lake na covered po ng Bulusan Volcano Natural Park. We have falls, beaches, and rivers. Then the Bulusan Mountain. So, with regards to community-based tourism, meron naman po kaming dinidevelop ngayon with our tourism officer ng 7. Kung si Governor Buboy may 7K, kami po may 7 community-based tourism na dinidevelop for the coming years. Pero way back nung our former mayor, si Vice Mayor Mike Besaico, he established our community-based organizations. Meron tayong yung AGA, Bulusan, and we have other community-based organizations who are our partners in promoting tourism and developing other tourism destinations na sila po yung mga kakampi namin at katulong para mas mapalawak po ang turismo sa bayan ng Bulusan. And marami din po tayong dinidevelop ngayon with the help of Governor Buboy and si Senator Cheese po talagang pinadaba niya po. Pinangalagaan niya po yung turismo sa Bulusan. He was able to give projects like yung Bulusan Lake, yung parking area. Ngayon po, magbe-bless po ngayon ng visitor center na binigay din po ni Senator Cheese. So, magkakaroon din po kami ng alliance with the province of Northern Samar for the diving activities, like yung sinabi po ni Condet, yung San Bernardino Island. So na-discover na po yun ni RB Herbie na talagang magandang diving sites. We have lots of diving sites and free diving sa bayan ng Bulusan. So, sana po malagay nyo din po sa mapa ang bayan ng Bulusan, lalo-lalo na to discover our diving industry dun sa aming bayan. So, yun lang po. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Mayor Weng Romano ng mga Bulusan. May sasagot pa po bang Honorable Mayors sa linya naman dito sa side na ito? Ayan. May gusto po bang sumagot? Si Sir.
Hello, good afternoon po. For sustainability, one of the great contribution of our government for Bulan is the access roads. So we thank Senator Cheese, Kumuho, and Governor Wilmore for prioritizing the access roads between the north and the south portion of Bulan Sorsogon, which gives easy access to our tourism sites. Also, we made improvements on our own presidential or on Sabang with the help of the provincial government, which will continuously boost our tourism. Last year we have 277,000 tourists for Bulan Sorsogon. Thank you. And because of the help of the provincial government, more programs was made during the Pedarong Festival, like the invitation of the Flores de Mayo. And as of now, as our part of our innovation, we are focusing on historical-cultural and local gastronomy or food tourism. So we are developing different ways of cooking lawlaw, our very own product. And for that, we wish for more sustainable, more access, and more tourist attraction for the municipality of Bulan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Attorney. Ayan, so alright. Okay, may nauna. And then, next po si Ma'am Asia. Sige ma'am, go ahead.
Good afternoon. With Tunsol, I think when we talk about sustainability and community-based tourism, we can say na isa ang Tunsol sa nagpa-practice nito. Kasi karamihan, known ang Tunsol for wheelchair interaction and firefly watching. And kung makikita po ninyo, ang nagpa-manage po noon, although LGU sa operation, pero po may mga organized na associations kami with regards to the guide sa mga boat operators namin, and even yung mga firefly guides namin, organized po sila galing sa aming community. And even po yung mga binibili ninyong mga souvenir items, yun sa women's organization po namin na gumagawa, which is Tagaliti. So, lahat po involved sa amin. In fact, kung nakapunta na kayo sa Donsol at nagbayad kayo ng 5,000 pesos na boat rentals, ang 5% lang po doon ang napupunta sa gobyerno. 95% po noon napupunta po sa mga boat operators and sa Puto. And even po sa mga pinaplano po namin ng mga additional activities like the river cruise and kayaking, ang target po namin dito is mabigyan ang aming community ng additional income. Kaya po sila din ang tinitrain thanks to the provincial government of Sorsogon and Department of Tourism na nagbibigay po sa amin ng trainings para sa kanila. So yun po siguro, lahat po namin involved. In fact, even yung mga resort owners namin, karamihan po doon na may-ari ay taga Luzon din. Meron po kami iilan na mga foreigners, ang foreigner ang may-ari at yung taga ibang lugar, pero karamihan po doon ay mga taga Luzon. Thank you.
For those po who have guests who are inclined dito sa mga sustainable practices, you are welcome to take them to Barcelona. Specifically, the site is AgriHome. This is the farm school where RD has been to. This site, this tourism DOT accredited farm site, practices sustainable farming, and it offers a training on organic agriculture. So kung ganun ho ang inclination ng mga turista, immersive experience, they can do activities there na sustainable practices on farming and other things. An immersive experience, we offer that. That's the offering of that site. AgriHo po ang pangalan. Identified na rin po siya as a best practice ng DSWD because it addresses SDG 1 and SDG 2, and also by the DIMG because it addresses as well social, and DSWD dahil po isa siyang social welfare and development innovation. So pwede po niyo pong dalhin doon ang tourist po. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Mayor Cynthia Calvadelo Cortez. Yes po, may sasagot pa po from our city tourism officer. Yes, Ms. Aisha.
Just mamay na hapon po. Ang LGU Sorsogon City po ay mas swerte na nagranta ng EUPH UNDP for circular economy. Hindi lang po sustainable tourism, kundi circular economy. Kumbaga, pagbabawas ng basura sa atin. So, community-based tourism for Sorsogon City is Mohatan. Yan po ipapilot ng EUPH. Kumbaga, packaging, mga sustainable na mga produkto, mga hindi makakadagdag sa garbage natin. And at the same time po, kami rin po ay may planong magkaroon ng City Stakeholders Forum kung saan isa sa mga magsasalita ay from UNDP na i-integrate ang circular economy sa mga practices ng ating mga tourism frontliners. Example po, simple example ay halimbawa sa mga hotels. Halimbawa po, hindi na tayo maglalagay ng mga bottles sa ating mga rooms, kundi glass na lamang na may picture, and then may refilling na lang sa hall para bawas po ng plastics. Mga simpleng practices na gano'n, i-encourage na natin sa mga tourism stakeholders natin para mabawasan ang garbage natin. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.
Wow, very informative yan, Ms. Aisha. Thank you so much. So we also have here in this area, si Ma'am Roma ng Ilusin. Tourism Officer ng Ilusin.
Mabuhay po, good afternoon. Sa Ilusin po, may practice po na hiniting po ang lahat ng stakeholders and in-implement po yung proper po ng pagtapon ng basura. May fit po yung Ilusin pagdating sa pagtapon ng basura. Before po, hindi ganun kahigpit. Ngayon, grabe na po talaga. So, pag pumunta po kayo sa Ilusin, 5 a.m. pa lang, sobrang linis na po at makakasalubong si Mayor. Kasi umiikat po talaga siya everyday hanggang gabi po. So, ngayon sa stakeholders natin, sa mga tourism establishments, lahat po sila may proper na po na pagtapon ng basura. At the same time, may roads din po na hindi i-pick up pag hindi po proper yung segregation ng basura. So, yun po yung in-implement po sila.
Nakakatuwa. So, I hope satisfied ang nagtanong. Ayan. So, next question pa. May sasagot pa sa side na ito. Alright, sige po, go ahead. Vice Mayor Dennis Escudero ng Kasiguran.
Just alright na punta sa boss. On behalf of Mayor M. Amon, ang priority project po sa Kasiguran is the Faith Tourism. Kung nakarating po kayo sa Kasiguran, makikita po nyo yung food na station ni Mama Mary. And we have also the support of the religious sector, specifically po tayo sa simbahan, nagawa na nila yung rehabilitation. Then we have also the 16,000 roses na nandun po sa Plaza Escudero na meron pong samahan ng mga nagtitinda na we provided 18 cards para po maging maayos yung may mga pupunta, mga pagkain po ng malinis. Meron pong prinubide yung LGU kasiguran sa pamumuno ni Mayor M. Then we have sa food po ng Mama Mary, nandun po yung 3,400 pink roses. And then sa Plaza Escudero, nandun yung 16,000 roses. Lahat po ng lugar na yun talagang napakalinis. And kung makapunta po kayo, then we have the access road going to Station of the Cross. And hopefully, ngayong pong Holy Week, mapupuksan po yung sa Station of the Cross muna. And meron pong trip yung with the provincial government partnership na in the future, yung pinaka-highest cross of the Philippines, itatayo po sa lugar na yun. So yun po yung pinaka-highest. So, sa suporta po ng mga tao, talagang napakaganda. Sana po puntahan niyo para makita.
Alright, thank you so much, Vice Mayor Dennis Escudero. So, I hope na-satisfy po namin ang nagtanong. So, at this point, we still have time for last two questions. So, go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon. I would like to ask question to the Honorable Regional Director Aguas. Sir, in spite of the numerous pre-funding acts created to benefit tourism, among them are lateral acts protecting women, environment, clean air, garbage, etc., etc. May I know what is the 2 points of tourism initiative that hinders the full development of tourism potential, not only in Sorsogon but in the Bicol region?
Napakaganda po nun. Marami po tayong batas actually, considering every aspect of the mention mo, yung mga sa women, sa mga kalikasan, nagkakapunan tayo sa mga implementation din. Hindi po isan kasi wala pong police power ang Department of Police. Minsan na siya pwede mag-close ng resort. Hindi namin kaya mag-suspend ng tour operator. Hindi kami pwede or we can not even suspend any business permit ng mga member violate. So that's the dilemma minsan. Kasi we are dependent sa ibang ahensya. Kung we're talking about environment, palagi kami kumukontak sa pag sa mga sa employment naman, i-contact dole. Pag naman sa mga pricing at saka may mga ibang problema sa pricing, DTI naman po kami. At kung may problema naman po sa mga permits at sa mga sa local government, umaasa rin po kami sa local government. So, the DOT cannot act na talagang kami lang. We always depend on other agencies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, RD. And I hope na-satisfy din po natin ang BicolNews.com. Yes po. Last, I still have one more from the tour operator. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello po, good afternoon. I continue. Sa content creator po, bilang travel content creator, tanong ko lang po kung paano ninyo plano i-support ang local content creator para mas papakita ang Sorsogon at mas maraming audience. May platform po ba kayo kung saan pwede kayo makapasok ang small content creators sa brands, B2B, communities at maging bahagi ng inyong campaigns?
Ihapon mo kami dalawa.
Kanina niyo po ito dinidirect?
Kay Sir Bobby.
Kay Sir Bobby, okay, the Provincial Tourism Officer. So, Sir Bobby?
Thank you very much. Help us. This is one way of, this is one activity, of course, connecting with you, expert in the different fields. And considering the province of Sorsogon, we have this campaign, Beautiful Sorsogon. By liking or sharing and engaging in our campaign and promoting our different destinations, on a different content you want to, siguro po, ang aming opisina, as far as we are concerned, we welcome that idea. Or whatever exchange deal or partnership, we also talk about it para at least mas mutually beneficial on both party. Now, considering syempre iba-iba yung content creation ninyo or atake, well, we have this marketing and promotion section, and that's under me. And thank you very much for raising that concern. And later on, we have this new version of our beautiful campaign, Let's Go All In. This is the whole package of the province of Sorsogon. Let's talk about it. What other aspects that we can, like for example, to have a collaboration all together for whatever na may pwedeng makapasok, local, national, content creators. Diba? Thank you very much.
Gusto lang about content creator. Siguro bagong suggestion. Ang dami kasi nakita ko sa Sorsogon ng mga nagsimula pa lang ng mga content creator. Ang ganda ng Sorsogon. But there are also some content na minsan misleading na sana po maayos natin yun. Kaya siguro pwede rin natin magpapagpipon ng mga nagpa-vlog or mga sikat sa hindi masyadong sikat at nagpapasikat. Kasi we need those, yung misleading kasi hindi nakakatuloy yun sa turismo. Parang example ko po yung Mayon Eruption. Yung Mayon Eruption, lagi nag-trending. Yung mga gumagawa po ng AI. Ang problema, yung pag ginawang AI na minsan parang masyadong exchange na tapos natatakot na yung mga tao. May mga malayo yung pamilya na nasa ibang bansa na natatakot for their family. Pero in fairness, mas lumalaki po yung tourism po ng Albay because of Mayon. Pero pag tinakot natin, wala nang pupunta dyan. So yun. So sana ma-regulate natin yung mga content creator.
Thank you so much, Artie. So, who else? What's the answer? Okay. Si Mandy.
Sir, creator, kasi na si content creator. Sir, if I may, magandang balita sa inyo. In Barcelona, kaya iko-content mo si Barcelona, there is already a local legislation supporting your industry, creative industry, and that includes you. Kasama ka po doon. So we have that legislation already.
Wow, nakakatuwa. And I hope sa province and all other municipalities as well, para ma-regulate din naman talaga ang industry nito. Nakakatuwa yun. So we have from the tour operator. Alright, please go ahead, sir.
Last kami lang. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Sa ating mga viewers dito sa Sorsogon, lalo na sa ating mahal na Governor, si Governor Boboy Amor. So, thank you very much. In the part also with our tour operator, my name is Gary Plaza, tour operator in Siargao.
Last to ate.
So now, we are hosting, we are helping each other, we are hosting Sorsogon to be one of the best site to see to visit in the Philippines. So we are outbound, we are going outbound and inbound. In our itinerary, we have a series itinerary. So from one municipality going to other municipality and to other municipality. Now my question is, how responsive are local authorities during emergencies? That's my first question. And then my second question is, how can Sorsogon maintain tourist safety while increasing visitors numbers?
Siguro natin natin ang first question, sir.
Because the first question kanina, I think nasagot ni Mayor, pero I'm not confident. Because you know, since nakita ko sa ating series, Sorsogon is a package deal. I am correct. It's because we have a botanding. We have besides sa botanding, we have a surfing area. Okay? So surfing, one is the Siargao. We have a surfing capital in the Philippines. I think second is La Union and Baler, and the third is Sorsogon. And then when it comes to botanding, when I'm visiting Cebu, sa Uslo, so Cebu, and then followed by Sorsogon. So now yung question ko sa first, yung safety natin is because we cannot please everyone na maligo. So ngayon, are we ready to each municipality when it comes doon sa emergencies? Like, ready ba tayo sa hospital? Ready ba tayo sa... Kasi, one municipality to one municipality. So that's my question. And then, third question is, yung ating mga tourist guide ba, ay ready din sila to help? Kasi meron tayong mga big season. So I hope anyone can address yan sa lahat natin ng municipality.
Okay, thank you sir for that.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you so much for that question. I think sasagutin mo na ng ating provincial tourism officer, Sir Bob.
Thank you very much. For the information of everybody, the provincial government under Spider, nung first visit ninyo, kahapon, nung isang araw, we make it sure na pumunta kayo doon sa aming showcase of DRR, di ba? And this is part of our tourism risk plan, incorporated in our DRR. Kaya po itong mga munisipyo na ito is SGLG kumbaga awardee, and the provincial level is Gawad Kalasag, Hall of Famer, because of that, kumbaga, analyzing proactive strategy and with regards to response to whatever worst case scenarios, lalong-lalo na po, particularly on tourism risk plan, incorporated na po yun. Good na ito po aming mga mayor, considering their offerings, meron po ang bawat isa na naka-incorporate na po doon. Now, hindi pa yun natitest kung gaano ang readiness, but rest assured, they are fully equipped with all the training and support and funding para po, and any untoward incidents might happen, particularly on the tourism side. God bless us, walang mangyari masama. Thank you very much.
Doon din sa tinanong ko kung ready po yung mga tour guide at saka yung ibang mga magtumulong. The DOT is always having this training, the basic life support. Binibigay po namin yan sa aning na probinsya para po ready po. At saka yung parehas po yung yung karakteristik ng Siargao at ng Sorsogon. Actually, I made a request sa Cebu Pacific na magkaroon ng Daraga Siargao flight. Sana mangyari po. Kasi wala lang kami dito sa Sorsogon yung kayo mga organ. So, I hope na we can exchange a foundation with
Thank you so much. So, may gusto pa po ba sumagot sa highlight ng ating mga munisipyo? Alright, so I think let's move forward, move on sa next, last, but not least.
Ako po si Melo Villarreal, I'm a travel blogger and post-site for GMM. My question is for Sir Bobby. Yung tanong ko lang is kung nagkakaroon na kayo ng parang training or seminar for local CPTs. The reason why I'm asking that for that question is because having the experience ko yung karamihan ng CPTs all over the Philippines, not even in Southeast Asia. And in the Philippines, one of my favorite CPTs is in Sorsogon, the Buatan River Cruise. Kasi parang the experience is different. You will end up in the bay with the beautiful sunset, and then the boatman shares their family story. There's the pag-aral ng mga anak nila, so inspiring. So it's really a good experience. So I learned from the ASEAN Tourism Forum that tourism success is not just about copying a product, but actually more on sharing the best practices. So I'm asking if there's some sort of training, because maybe the people from the Buhatan River Cruise can share the best practices to other CPTs, and they can work hand in hand. Because I noticed in Vietnam, when they promote a particular CPT or activity, they also promote other CPTs. They have a collaborative effort in promoting each other because they're in one region. So in one area, like, can you imagine may CPT sila na experience how to be a farmer in 2 hours, and ang dami nag-book. Dito ang daming activities like earlier, we visited the Prieto Diaz, and it's an amazing product. It's much better than the ones we had in Vietnam or any other parts in Southeast Asia. So I think konting refinement lang, sharing the best practices of like kung ano yung mga successful practices na ginagawa ng iba. Yeah, I think
Thank you very much, sir. For the information again of everyone, we have one CBT. By the way, CBT is community-based. Diba? So, inclusivity of including the community involvement para po maging part ng tourism circle. One is Butanding. That is actually being managed by Butanding Interaction Officers and converted fisher folk into Butanding Tourism Officers. Butanding boat operators, pag walang season or off-season man, kumbaga converted din po sila maging fisherman. At the same time, boat operator na rin, na yun po is accredited ng DOT na ginagamit for the Butanding interaction. That's one in Dunson. Second is the firefly watching in Dunson again. This community-based. And also, sinamention ko po, Buhatan in Sorsogon City. But tomorrow, we have here an entry for hopefully UNWTO Best community-based. It's actually in Bulusan. So,
Haven't tried that yet.
nagawa tong community-based because of the effort of the Department of Tourism. With all their trainings and programs na binaba sa Sorsogon, during the time of, by the way, nandito si Director Nini Rabanilla.
Of course.
Sila po yung nag-develop ng mga CBT dito. And now, this is a continuing project because we believe that CBT actually conversion at least sa poverty level ng isang area. Yun ang isang big factor na na-recognize namin. Because the site is on the barangay, sila ang pwedeng bigyan ng opportunity muna bago ang labas. Ngayon, merong mga training programs ang DOT, polishing whatever immersive experiences na what is in the market, yun din po ang ini-introduce nila sa ngayon. Ngayon, kung Butanding, ngayon, kung merong mga naturalist guide, kung merong mga river cruise, meron silang binibigay sa amin na pwedeng i-incorporate to add more activity. Kasi kung sabi ng DOT at saka TPP with the help of Sir Dalia, helping also the other parts of the value chain in the community na merong potential for tourism, yun ang lahat i-highlight. So ibig sabihin from the environment to socio-cultural for protection, and that becomes a community-based, more sustainable approach because Sorsogon as a whole is an ecotourism destination. And that's why we protect the environment, but capitalizing that opportunity in tourism, meron pong economic activity na magbe-benefit po yung community. And again, thank you very much for all the efforts of the mayors na who recognizes that community, kumbaga sila muna ang unang mag-i-embrace to protect their destination bago ang iba. Doon papasok yung address namin na how to become a responsible traveler by respecting our local community and culture and sharing also our experiences para po we can deliver the best practices na ginagawa na pwedeng i-replicate from other side. Now, pwede naman pala po dito sa source. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
That's satisfied. So last